Hello everyone and welcome to a spotlight on Ageless. This is a interesting game. I've got to admit, this is a interesting little puzzle platform. Usually that's not the type of game you'll know me to particularly enjoy, and you can see there's quite a lot of like worlds and overworld map here. I have not gotten that far into the game. I've played, I'd say, about 20 minutes of it, and I think I've unlocked at least the main gimmicks of the game so far, which are, you have this bow and arrow that can make anything living either older or younger. You can see how that becomes relevant very, very quickly for puzzles. Then you also have this power where you can absorb the life force of something to use a dash. And interestingly enough, actually, I'll show you here, when something is grown up and you use it, it actually shrinks. You also have a wall jump, because of course you do. How am I going to have you come over here without dying? Is the question. As of right now, I don't know the answer to that, so let's dash over to, you need to hold the directional button, that makes sense. Some plants, they do stuff. Some plants, they do stuff. Like the plant, I can't go back over there. But this plant, it actually attracts those animals you saw just a moment ago when they are in the baby form. Because they want to eat it, they attract it, and that's the way you can move them around. When they're in their like middle stage form, we'll probably see in a moment, you'll just be attacked by them at any given point. This plant over here doesn't seem to have any particular use, other than serving as a life force for you to use to dash. And that is everything you can do with it. Yep, that is a baby version, and it seems like I might be about to push it off. So the one thing I'll say about this game is that the aim controls, they don't work very well with the analog stick, and with the D-pad it's directional, obviously. So, more or less, anyway. So how does this work when he respawns? It doesn't. So then what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to make you older as well? I would very much appreciate it if the analog sticks, it might just be because I was, that is interesting. A PS4 controller rather than an Xbox controller, but that's not really an excuse, is it, if that's the case? So it doesn't really work that well. It could be my specific controller, and with the directional pad, it seems to be a little bit better, but it's still very finicky because it tends to snap to one of like the directional, well, directions. So that is certainly a thing that this game could and hopefully will improve on, because that really does do a lot of dampening for the overall gameplay experience. Can I hit you? Maybe if I get a bit more of an angle. Sometimes that you do that, just like get a bit more of a different angle, and that way I should probably be dying right now, but right now if I just aim straight up, that does the trick, right? So, okay, so when they respawn as their initial form, not as the thing you made them be. Which is going to make this a lot more difficult. You survived that. You're now stuck in midair. Congratulations. You're dead again. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not entirely sure how to do this puzzle. Oh, I know how to do this puzzle. So, okay, let's do this. So what you do is you push this dude down here. Then when he's falling down, you go into Ageless mode, and then you are able to get over here. And that then takes a little bit of his life force. Then we murder him out of existence by just aging him up until he dies. Then when he respawns, he'll be little again, and we can make him big, which will then make him a very angry boy and allow us to move on. Honestly, I'm not much of a puzzle game fan. You guys probably know this about me. I'm not much of a puzzle game fan. I don't know why I even bothered making that thing bigger. I don't think it necessarily gives you more of a boost if they are grown. It might. I'm not necessarily much of a puzzle game fan, but I do like the puzzles in this game so far. That being said, that is probably mostly because I'm very early on in the game and the puzzles are supposed to be easy and I'm actually having difficulty with them. So maybe I'm just really bad at them. Little is known about relics. Collecting them all may reveal a clearer picture. Oh, there's also... Yeah, probably should have explored that a little bit. Maybe there was one on the last screen. Hold on. There's these things, which are at least the letter A I found so far. There might be more different characters as well. Yeah, it didn't seem to give me any more or less boost. That is interesting. And they are optional collectibles. I'll try to find one for you guys as we go along here, because it does seem to be a not insignificant part of the game. Okay, this is going to be a little bit more tricky. So what we probably need to do here is age up the dinosaur. I'm assuming it's a dinosaur till this age, because at this age he actually breaks through blocks when he stands on them. And then push him over, have him break. We need to make him smaller again, or do that. That also works. Never mind. We can also just move over here. That makes things significantly easier. So, we need to murder you. I'm very sorry. You're very cute, but now you're very dead. Actually, no, we cannot do that. Because we can't even reach him from here. Okay, so back to my original plan and not using the wrong bow and arrow. Because obviously they're mapped to different buttons. Making the things older is the right trigger, or R2. Making them younger is L2, or left trigger. Bumper trigger. I never know what the Xbox controls are, okay? It's the back button. It's the button on the back of the controller. Anyway, so we now do this, and then we probably, yeah, we have a... There we go. We have one of the, I think the relics, they called them, and I don't think they really do much, to be honest with you, but again, those might come into play a little bit later on into the game itself, which we'll probably not reach today in this video, but I keep forgetting that I can dash when I'm standing on something that is alive. It's a very interesting mechanic. As I was playing this just like for testing out the game, seeing if it was good for a video, I was really annoyed by the fact that I didn't have a dash until I got the dash, at which point I was very much surprised by the fact that they incorporated the dash in something such an interesting mechanic, and there's definitely one of those relics up there. So I'm guessing what we want to do is we want to dash like this. Oh, and then dash back. That makes sense. Yeah, no, that makes sense. It's not that bad. Honestly, not that bad. I was expecting something much more difficult. Again, this is just the first world of the game, so the fact that I'm having any difficulty whatsoever, it says more about me than it does about the game. I want that to be very clear, because I like the game. I think this is a very, very fun, interesting little adventure puzzle game. I'm just not very good at the puzzle aspects of this game, or any game for that matter. That was very close. Let's do that again, but this time without messing up. There we go. Luckily, I am decent at least at the... Mobile creatures can be launched from an ageless dash. Oh yeah, they can. That is true. That is a mechanic I hadn't considered this way. So things that can move, animals, if I dash in one direction, I throw them into the other direction. That is not the direction I should have thrown them in, because I definitely should have done this. And they de-age. But luckily, I have the power to age them back from an egg to a baby to a very angry teenager. And then I can use them for my own purposes. Let's see. Did not need to do that. I needed to do it literally the other way around. Let's do this again. I keep pressing the wrong button. And then I can just wall jump. Did I mention I have a wall jump? I have a wall jump. I think I mentioned I have a wall jump. I might not have mentioned it, but I have a wall jump. It's a very useful little tool. It allows me to jump on walls. Ah, this is going to be tricky, because now I need to actually land it on... Yeah, that's going to be real tricky, isn't it? Is there any difference in how far I launch things based on how big they are? There seems to be. Probably, what it probably wants me to do is... I don't know, can I just... Yeah, no, you really can't do that, can you? I mean, there is something to be said about just having it land on there. Oh, it's not supposed to land on there. It's just supposed to use that as a wall. That makes a decent amount of sense. I'm going to de-age you again because I feel like I might need that. Then... Yeah, no, that was never going to work, was it? See, this is where puzzles become just a little bit more complicated than I personally can handle. But that is it. That is exactly it. Than I can personally handle. I should have been on the other side of that egg. That is totally my mistake. That's totally a me issue, right? Because I am just bad at puzzle games. I feel like I understand the general idea behind this. I just don't know how to execute it quite yet. Oh, hold on. No, I definitely am supposed to do it the other way around. Damn it! You're supposed to do that the other way around. I understand now. You're not supposed to take the egg all the way. You're just supposed to launch the egg that way. And then de-age this. And then use the egg to launch yourself that way. See, sometimes you get stuck in a loop of thought, and then once you break out of it, it's actually not that complicated. So I'm assuming that we're going to be launching eggs here for a while, because the game is probably going to absolutely love the fact that it has that mechanic. And frankly, it's got reason to, because it's a very interesting mechanic. I did not consider that being a possibility when they introduced the dashing ability. So, point for creativity, that's for sure. Will this keep being interesting long term? Well, that depends. That depends on how much you like puzzle games, I'm guessing, because you need to be quick there. You need to be quick. Luckily, there's no lives system or anything like that, so I can just do this and then dash and be done with it. Pass these stones is the world ready for your gifts. Yeah, there's also some kind of story going on, which I'm not going to bother with too much right now. This is it, the outskirts of Pandora. I'm almost out. Kind of doubt that you are, honestly. Leaving so soon, little girl? Whoa, another one of your rock guys. Amazing dialogue. Tell your friend I proved myself worthy. You honestly believe that? You stumbled away into my gift. Did you even do anything? Your gift did the most work. You deserve nothing, little girl. I don't know why I'm reading this dialogue in a spotlight video. Let's just... My goodness! Is this a boss? This seemed like a boss. Why was that thing there? Oh, it's there for me to dash. That makes perfect sense, actually. Because I need to Ageless. There we go. Oh, this is actually an interesting... I don't want to say a little fight, because it's not a lot of fighting to be done here, but I need to... Okay, yeah. No. No. Move that way, thank you. This is more stressful than it looks. Way more stressful than it looks. I'm probably gonna die right about now because I missed one of the obstacles. You know how I always complain about boss fights in games not being representative of the actual skills you use during the normal gameplay? Like, suddenly platforming bosses are just like... Platforming bosses are a really good example, actually, because they're almost never platforming-related bosses. This actually requires you to use the same skill sets and things you... I don't know what's that gonna do. Oh! You die when you come in contact with animals as well. That is really sad. Come on! This... I'm sorry if I'm not talking as much anymore, but this is way more stressful than it looks. It is very interesting. My opinion on this game has just like skyrocketed a lot. I was kind of 50-50 on it. Can I? I can't do that. I was kind of 50-50 on this game, but this boss fight, or whatever you like to call it, really, I like it. I like it a lot. It has made me... Again, rather than being a little bit 50-50 on the game, like I was when I started the recording for this video, I now fully approve of this game because this is actually a really neat boss fight, and you need to get old. I also hope that this boss fight is almost over, because, again, real stressful stuff. I accidentally shot that arrow right at the exact place I needed it to, damn it. Sometimes I just press the button and panic, knowing that I can't even do anything anyway. Dashing in the right direction is a very important part of surviving, by the way. Dashing at the right moment, also a very important part to staying the fuck alive. Gonna try like 1 or 2 more times and then we're gonna end this video because at this point I just need to focus in order to win this. Yeah, okay, we're not gonna win this. Oh, we might survive! We might survive! We have survived so far. I think we survived. How long is this boss fight thing? Okay, this seems like it would be the end. It's still not the end. Still not. Is there gonna be an end? There is. That definitely is the end, right? Yeah, this is the end. And that might be the second world coming up now. Don't tell me we actually have to do a normal fighting boss fight. That was just a prologue. Was that just a prologue? It says Ageless, which is the name of the game. Which makes me think that all we just did, the first like half an hour of the game, that was just a prologue. Anyway, this has been a spotlight on Ageless, a very interesting game. There's a link down below in the description if you want to go check it out for yourself on Steam. I don't have the prices with me right now, but you can say it's probably not that expensive. It's a fun little game. I'll see you all back next time with a new game. Until then, I'm a vlogger. You've been awesome. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Until the next time, you've been awesome. Bye.